Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Derek Martinez. An 18-year-old is facing charges after Larksville police say he stabbed a man 7 times. According to police, the incident took place at the Sheets on East Main Street around 4 a.m. Upon arriving at the scene, police say a victim was found on the floor near the cash register being treated for his injuries. The victim told police that Demi Jones Gross of Kingston had followed him from a house party when they began arguing and a fight broke out involving several people. According to the affidavit, Jones Gross was seen making stabbing motions with his hands during the fight. The victim was transported to the Geisinger, Wyoming Valley Medical Center in Plains Township for treatment. According to officials, the victim suffered 7 stab wounds and a collapsed lung in connection with the incident. Jones Gross fled the scene but was apprehended later that day when he turned himself in to police. Court documents say Jones Gross admitted to stabbing the victim and has been charged with aggravated assault, simple assault, and disorderly conduct. He is currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility on a $50,000 bail. Wilkes-Barre City Police are attempting to identify the individual shown on screen. According to officers, the suspect is wanted in connection with a reported theft on South Franklin Street. Police say the theft occurred on October 21st around 4 p.m. During the incident, officers say the suspect stole a FedEx package containing an iPhone 16 from outside the home. Anyone with information regarding the identity of the suspect is asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre City Police Department at 570-208-4200. The Benton Borough Police Department is attempting to locate a wanted man. According to police, Mark Sult is wanted on charges of criminal trespassing, simple assault, and harassment following an incident on October 18th. Police say the incident took place on Church Street in Benton. Officers have a felony warrant for Sult's arrest. The public is warned not to approach or attempt to apprehend this individual. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911 immediately. Coming up on WYLN News, Lehigh Valley Hospital Carbon announces an upcoming flu shot clinic. Plus, Pennsylvania State Police Troop N invites the public to their annual trunk or treat event. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network. Do you remember cranking down the car windows so you can pump up the jam? If you do, schedule your mammogram online today. Visit lvhn.org/mammo.
Hi, my name is Ezra. I'm 5 years old. It's kind of partly cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Lehigh Valley Hospital Carbon has announced an upcoming flu shot clinic. The clinic will take place on Saturday, October 26 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Health Center at Carbon, located on Blakesley Drive in East Lehighton. The event is free and open to the public. No registration is required, but supplies are limited and will be provided on a first-come, first-served basis. The seasonal flu vaccine is available for ages 6 months and older. A senior vaccine will also be available for people ages 65 and older. For additional information about the vaccine and to fill out a consent form, you can visit lvhn.org/flushot. Pennsylvania State Police Troop N in Hazleton will be hosting their annual Trunk or Treat event on Saturday, October 26th. The event will run from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Troop N Barracks located at 250 Destin Drive in West Hazleton. The trunk or treat is free and open to the public, but costumes are required. For additional information, you can contact Trooper Anthony Petrosky at 570-459-3900, extension 216. The event is rain or shine. Heritage Hill Senior Community will be hosting an event to honor area veterans on Friday, November 8th. During the event, veterans will be invited to enjoy a free lunch with an honorary program from 1:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. Veterans can also choose to pick up a dinner to go from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the same day. In-house seating is limited and reservations are required. To reserve a spot, you can call Heritage Hill at 570-427-4500. Every veteran in attendance will also receive a certificate of appreciation and a commemorative medal. Heritage Hill is located at 806th Street in Weatherly. Coming up on Whitehaven's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Jim Thorpe, Part 2. Plus, we learn about trespassing regulations on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
Contact Pete Kasalika for a home and auto quote today.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric, Mr. Slim, ductless, heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
One major figure in the rise of Mauch Chunk to prosperity was Asa Packer. Born in Mystic, Connecticut in 1805, he came to Pennsylvania to work as a carpenter for the canal boats trekking down the Lehigh River. He arrived in Mauch Chunk and rose to become head of a company that made canal boats. Packer, though, had the foresight to see steam-powered railroads were going to be the wave of the future. To this end, he bought sizable shares in the then floundering Delaware, Lehigh, Schuylkill, and Susquehanna Railroad in October 1851, renamed it to the Lehigh Valley Railroad, and started a wave of track building between Easton and Allentown that was completed in June 1855. The line reached Mauch Chunk in the fall that year, traveling on the opposite side of the Lehigh River from the town, which was already served by the Lehigh and Susquehanna Railroad. The Lehigh Valley Railroad would eventually be extended into New York and New Jersey. At its peak, it would include over 1,300 miles of tracks and be classified as a Class 1 railroad, which originally was given to railroads that had an annual operating revenue of at least $1 million in 1911 money when railroad classifications first started. The profits from the Lehigh Valley Railroad would make Packer a billionaire in today's money. He did not rest on these laurels, founding Lehigh University in Bethlehem in 1866. He would serve 2 terms in the U.S. House of Representatives from 1853 to 1857, and would run unsuccessfully for president in 1868 and Pennsylvania governor in 1869. Packer gave freely to his adopted hometown, donating a sizable sum for the construction of Mauch Chunk's St. Mark's Episcopal Church, for which he served as a vestryman for 44 years. Then in 1861, he commissioned the building of an Italian-style mansion for himself on the hill overlooking the town. He would live there until his death in 1879. When his last surviving child, Mary Packer Cummings, died in 1912, she willed the house to the borough. Mauch Chunk officials, not knowing what to do with it, left it stand idle for 44 years, which had the benefit of preserving its interior. In 1956, the local Lions Club pressed the borough to open the mansion as a museum. It opened to tourists on Memorial Day of that year and remains a major tourist attraction today. Nor was Asa the only Packer to have a magnificent mansion in town. As a wedding gift to his younger son Harry, Asa had another Italian-style dwelling built next door to his own. Opened to guests in 1974, the Harry Packer Mansion today serves as a bed and breakfast. It also has had an impact on the wider world, as Walt Disney Company Imagineers use the mansion as the template for the design of their own Haunted Mansion attraction. After the Civil War ended, unrest rocked the anthracite region as miners rose up against the mine bosses they felt were oppressing them. It will likely never be known for sure how extensive the Molly Maguires were, or whether they committed the violent acts they were accused of. Mauch Chunk was the site of Molly trials in 1876, and 4 convicted men, Alexander Campbell, John Donahue, Michael Doyle, and Edward Kelly, were executed on the infamous Day of the Rope, June 20th, 1877. Before going to the gallows, however, one of the condemned men, most sources attribute to Campbell, rubbed his handprint into the wall of his cell and declared that it will remain there forever as evidence of his innocence. Well over a century later, the handprint remains on the cell wall, resistant to numerous attempts to erase it or cover it up. The anthracite region, in which Mauch Chunk sat as the eastern anchor of, would be well known for its breweries. Almost every sizable town within the region had at least one operating within their limits during the 19th and 20th centuries. Mauch Chunk was no exception, as 3 breweries once called it home over the years. While the Matilde Gerster and John Schaefer breweries would prove short-lived, however, the third, which began its existence as the Glanz and Kubler Brewery in 1875, would be more successful. Operating on 2nd Street, its fortunes would get a boost in 1879 when it would be purchased by Pius Schweibens, who had spent the previous several years working for breweries in Shamokin. Schweibens, who also owned Mauch Chunk's Central Hotel, reorganized the company as the P&P Schweibens Brewery in conjunction with his brother Paul. He would take majority control 2 years later, after which it became the Pius Schweibens Brewery. Following Schweibens' retirement in 1913, it became the Ortley Company Brewery. Prohibition shut the brewery down in 1920, but it rose again in 1933, this time as the Sterling Brewing Company. It would evolve to its final name, the Mauch Chunk Brewing Company, in 1935, and lasted 6 years under this title before closing in 1941. Mauch Chunk reached its zenith in the last few decades of the 19th century. Broadway Street, the main thoroughfare through town, was known as Millionaire's Row for the large number of wealthy men that lived on it. A crowning jewel of the downtown was the Mauch Chunk Opera House, built in 1881, with a farmer's market on the first floor and a concert hall on the second. It became a popular stop for vaudeville performers. Mae West, Eddie Foy, and Al Jolson were among those who graced its stage during its heyday. The building was purchased in 1927 by the Comerford amusement chain, who reworked it into a movie theater. It operated in this capacity as the Capitol Theater until it closed in 1962. For the next 13 years, it would be used as a warehouse by the Berkeley Bags Pocketbook Company until it was purchased by the Mauch Chunk Historical Society, which restored the building to an entertainment venue. Today, the once again Mauch Chunk Opera House once more hosts live shows.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. It's high school football time on WYLN TV 35. You can always count on WYLN TV for all the action, not just the highlights. Check out the Game of the Week and join Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, and the entire WYLN sports team as they bring live high school football to you. Watch over the air in Hazleton at 35.1, Berwick at 47.1, or Williamsport at 9.1. Or Service Electric Cable, Channel 7 or 507, or online anytime at WYLNTV.com.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today, I'm here to talk to you about trespassing. Now we know hunting season is right around the corner. There's going to be a lot of hunters out, and you know what? This doesn't just apply to hunting, but we're talking about trespassing, okay? And what trespassing is when somebody goes on to another person's property without permission, okay? So, hunters, if you're going to be going out and going to a new property, number one, make sure that you are allowed to be there. If you don't know who owns the property, don't go on it. Also, if you see signs that say no trespassing, please don't go onto that property. That will constitute a citation. You can get arrested for trespassing on somebody's property, okay? Whether that's commercial property, meaning a business, or just somebody who owns a lot of land in the woods, or residential property, okay? If it's posted, you can't go on. That's a citation. If you continue to go onto this property and you keep getting the police called on you, you could be arrested for defiant trespassing. Now it's a more serious charge, it's a misdemeanor, and now you have to go in front of a judge. And the judge will set bail, and you might be remanded to the county correctional facility. This can all be avoided. If you don't know whose property it is, don't go on it. If you know who owns the property, you could surely reach out to them and ask for permission. But if the property owner contacts the police and says there's people on my property and they don't have permission, that constitutes the police to actually arrest that person for trespassing, okay? Property owners, how do you protect yourself? Well, it's very easy. Number one, you could put signage out. Signage is great because it lets people know you are not allowed here unless I gave you permission. It also deters a lot of people. A lot of people who see signs, they think people take care of their property. They understand that the sign says no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. That means you can get arrested for trespassing, and a lot of times people will turn around and go a different direction. So signage is great, and again, that's either business or residential property that you could put these signs up. It really does prevent a lot, and it protects you liability-wise in civil cases as a homeowner. This is a great way to deter people and also to protect yourself. Cameras work great too. Cameras don't always prevent people from doing what they're going to do, but it definitely catches them in the act. And if we're called after the fact, we could look at the camera, see who the person is, see what the vehicle looks like, get the registration off the vehicle, and determine who they are and cite them for trespassing. Okay? The best way to do it is don't go on property unless you have permission. If you see the signage that says no trespassing, don't go on the property, and you can always reach out to the property owner and ask them for permission. Hopefully this will avoid you from getting a citation or arrested for trespassing. If you have any questions on this, please reach out to me at Trooper in Hazleton. I'm Trooper Petrosky. I'll see you next time here on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.